Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. They'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game?
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Hall again. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll set up to throw.
Who the fuck is that? Oh my God, man.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes it.
Man, that nigga's gonna fuck me up, son. Who the fuck is that? Yo.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This defense for the Jets, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. That's now 4 completions in a row, a good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure, and we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Caps use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Caps have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Ball again on second down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
He finds his man complete. It's Robertson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass.
Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Straight ahead is Hall. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Hall again, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2nd and 10. Give to Hall running right. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Hall want to give up the middle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a give right side. McIntyre. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A handoff for Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
First and 10, Taylor now. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
You missed that shit, nigga.
It's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That is not interception. Hopefully fucking games.
For the receiving touchdown. Mitchell, 33 yards. And the Caps have got it back to within a score. An extra point by Sly is up and good. And it cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 58 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night match. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He finds his man, complete. It's Robertson. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And Parton, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Josh Downs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cavs strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on first down. Robertson, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Powers through. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. Shakes off the sand. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on the first throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. That is caught. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. McIntyre. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back onto the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't,
You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He finds his man, complete. That's Robertson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Here's first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is first and 10. He'll look to throw. And this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He's back to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. They'll come up now on second down. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Here comes 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled